early. Number 78 today. How about that? And as per usual, just wait a few minutes for people to get over from the Ramsey show. Oh, I'm gonna get my drink. Be right back. What up, Sid? Making cake during the show. All right. I'm gonna type my email address. In the chat. Schedule and what up, Flash? RamseyCoach.com/Coach Steve Money. And donations. What up, AJ? What up, Cindy? Alrighty. Oh gosh. Come on. Alright. That was more difficult than it should have been. Let's see. Okay. Alrighty. After the, I think it was the first or second call today, Kelly said that the lady did not want to work. I don't know that song, this song that well. Give it a shot though. Alright, everybody now. I don't want to work. I want to bang on the drum all day. I don't want to play. I just want to bang on the drum all day. Ever since I was a tiny boy. Don't want no candy. Don't need no toy. I took a stick and an old coffee can. I bang on that thing till I got blisters on my hand because I don't want to work. I want to bang on the drum all day. Yes, I do. I don't want to play. I just want to bang on the drum all day. That's right. Do 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 do. Live from Columbus, OH, it's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show where we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it and all things financial. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money, and I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach and a Ramsey Preferred financial coach. And you can schedule a free consultation assessment either by emailing your contact info to CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can also send questions to that as well. Or you can go to RamseyCoach.com/Coach Steve Money. And all those are at the top of the chat. You can also reach me on Instagram or Twitter, Coach Steve Money No Spaces, if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better. PayPal.me/Coach Steve Money. And I forgot to turn off the fan. One moment. That's probably a lot better, right? And let's catch up with the chat. Black Forest inspired for Sid. Yeah, Flash telling AJ, the mod, want to know if they were still friends after the mod. The Force was with the mod, basically. And he does not have a precious around his neck, basically. Yeah, I told him you had an appointment. He just he said if he's gone, I'll just assume we're friends. Thanks for the IOs. What up, Faith? This is how I feel. Alrighty, let's see. The Ramsey Show host today were Dave Ramsey and Christy Wright, and she has a book coming out called, what's it called? Take Back Your Time. It's on pre-order now. Comes out in November, I think. Ken's new book is as well, and his is called Find Your Purpose, or something like similar to that. Market report. Well, look at that. So after being up yesterday, everything was up yesterday. We had a down day today. The NASDAQ tech stocks being 0.13%. Everything other than that down. As you can see, 0.5% almost for the S&P 500, almost 1% for Dow Jones, and leading the downness is a Russell small cap. What is the Russell 2000 is what that small cap index is called, and that's negative 1.23%. Europe up. Asia mostly up, it looks like, so maybe that'll be good news for tomorrow. Currencies, euro down on the dollar, dollar up on the yen, the pound down on the dollar, dollar up on the Canadian dollar, and the Australian dollar down on the dollar, so the dollar is all up today. Crypto looks like it's all up. You can mine that helium, get your helium miners ready to go, and can make lots of bank. Unless you're the person suggesting it, then you have no way to do it. Let's see. What do we have here? JP Morgan's Diamond on Elizabeth Warren attack over baloney overdraft fees. He told her, we will do what's competitive, and he argues there's a huge benefit to overdraft fees. So he's gonna basically, he told her hashtag capitalism and be done with it. So I think, let's see if he said anything specific. Heated exchange. They had a heated exchange over the JP Morgan overdraft fees. I missed that, but I'll bet it was a fun time. Oh, here she goes. You and your colleagues come in today and talk about how you stepped up and took care of customers during a pandemic, and it's a bunch of baloney. I will not stand for baloney. That's from, anybody know what movie that's from? Diamond replied that his bank waived fees upon request for customers who were under financial stress due to the pandemic. All right. The Wall Street Journal reported J.P. Morgan said it waived more than $400 million in overdraft fees in 2020 and the first quarter of 2021, a fact that Dimon mentioned at a House committee hearing the next day. The bank brought in $1.46 billion in overdraft fees in 2020, a decrease of 29% from the year before, the regulatory filings reportedly noted. So they're using a lot of language that backs them away from that this is fact, is what they're doing here. Fun times. Let's see. How's it? Can you really tell the difference with the fan off? Probably, because I listened to a little bit of last night's show, and it was like going brrr. So can you tell it's off, guys? Flash says, "Take back your time. The guilt-free guide to life balance and paycheck to purpose" is the name of Ken Coleman's book. Thank you, Flash. Steve, I bet you would do well in a church choir. I bet you would have a good time while singing. Probably, yeah. I do it all the time. I do it all day at Menards. I'm sure my coworkers are thrilled about it. Right, Flash. I got that. Sway while singing. Yep. I'd probably do a little dance. What up, Margs? George did get into the chat yesterday and say hi. He certainly did. He did it twice. Or maybe it was a prolonged one with a little bit of break in there, but I don't think so. I think it was during 2 different breaks. Flash says, "Did y'all know that Camel has a Reddit account that he is actually super active on?" I did not know that. Is it r/Camel? Oh, Cindy knew that. I'm always the last to know how you're feeling. The last to know. Nobody knew the movie that that was from. What is it? We Won't Stand for Baloney. That was from a movie called Arthur. I did not see the Russell Brand version of it. This would be the original one with Dudley Moore. So that would be r/G Camel. All right, I'll have to check that out and give him a what for on there. Awesome. All right, let's see what other fun stuff we have today. Target to pay 100% of college tuition and textbooks in a bid to attract workers. Previous story on the Ramsey Show Aftershow show was talking about how Walmart was doing that. So they are matching Walmart. And the breaking news up here, stock futures are flat as investors await more jobs data. So that's probably coming out tomorrow or Friday. The key points, CNBC, gotta love the key points. Target is rolling out a new education program that will cover the cost of associate and undergraduate degrees at select schools. It will also help pay for graduate school costs. The big box retailer is the latest company to dangle perks to woo job candidates in a competitive market. Walmart, Chipotle, and Starbucks offer similar debt-free education programs. All right, I think that probably about covers it. As it said, Walmart previously announced that. All right, fun times. Hey, the IRS has seized $1.2 billion worth of cryptocurrency this fiscal year. Here's what happens to it. And I have no idea. Did not read this. Key points. Again, thank you, CNBC. The U.S. government do take a bite. You know what movie that's from? regularly holds auctions for its stockpile of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and other cryptocurrencies, maybe like helium. It seizes and then holds in crypto wallets. So they don't need a Fort Knox for that. They have a crypto wallet on the online. I wonder. Seriously, I wonder where that is. I wonder, like, if that's a private government server or what. That's kind of interesting to me, actually. It really kicked off with the 2013 takedown of Silk Road, a dark web marketplace trading in illegal goods where Bitcoin was often used for payment. Okay, I did not know that Bitcoin was that old. That's 8 years, babe. Did not know that it was that old. Interviews with current and former federal agents and prosecutors suggest the U.S. has no plans to step back from its side hustle as a crypto broker. All right. All righty then. That's it. Seizes it, puts it in the crypto wallets, and then we'll just auction it off. That's bags. That's bags for the government there. In June, the U.S. government casually, what does that mean? Casually auctioned off some spare Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Bitcoin Cash. How does the government casually do anything? They're like, I don't know, whatever. I don't care. Go ahead and do it. I don't care. Can you put that off for auction? Can you get me a latte while you're at it? Something like that? I don't know. Everything's a bit. Let's see. This kind of sale is nothing new for Uncle Sam. For years, the government has been seizing, stockpiling, and selling off cryptocurrencies alongside the usual assets one would expect from high-profile criminal sting operations. I would wonder who would be purchasing that. I wonder if it would be the same people buying it in auction every time, and how they find out about it, etc., 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 and if it's perhaps even some politicians perhaps that are doing that. That would be interesting. I'm sure they don't have that information here. Let's see. The wallet with approximately 30,000 Bitcoin in it, which we were able to identify and seize. Seize him. At the time, it was probably the largest Bitcoin seizure ever, and it sold for around $19 million. Forgot to do the Dr. Evil. No one had ever done anything like it. In fact, there weren't really companies that you could go in to order in order to sell in order to sell the assets. Marshals Service stepped up and conducted their own auction of the assets where they took bids. Marshals Service said, "We'll do it." That's interesting too. How maybe the Marshals Service had a some kind of auction thing already set up for other seized goods, and so based on that platform they could do that. As you can see, it's more the minutia of this that I'm more interested in. Oh, look at that. So they put up an ad like this? Is that what they do? That's a lot of Bitcoin. Notice does not constitute an offer to sell, but invites interested parties to submit a bid for purchase. All right. You got to read the fine print, right, George Camel? USMarshals.gov is where that was on. So, I guess not hiding it, but, this is the first I've heard of it. Today it is seized and auctioned more than 185,000 Bitcoins. Where the money goes once the case is closed and the crypto has been exchanged for fiat currency, That means U.S. dollars, I assume. The feds then divvy the spoils. Like they buy pizza for the day. The proceeds of the sale are typically deposited into one of two funds: the Treasury Forfeiture Fund or the Department of Justice Assets Forfeiture Fund. And what those pay for, again, that would be interesting as well. Do they? Let's see. Liquidated crypto can then be put toward a variety of line items. Variety of line items. Congress, for example, can rescind the money and put that cash towards funding projects. How about that? That way they can spend even more money. Cool. Tracking where all the money goes isn't a totally straightforward process. According to Alex Lakatos, perhaps, a partner with DC law firm Mayer Brown, who advises clients on forfeiture. Alright, yeah. I don't think there's any straightforward process that happens in the government, probably. Straightforward doesn't seem to be their thing. Alright, that was interesting. Sorry if you weren't interested in that, but again, I was interested in the minutia parts of it. Fun times. Mr. Stephen Glenn and I will be doing immediately after, well, not immediately after, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, we'll be doing a board gaming with Stephen Glenn. Since he could not make it last night, he said, hey, why don't we do it tonight? And so I said, hey, why not? And I worked some more today on that Portal 2 debacle, and still can't get the controllers working, so I don't know what the heck is going on. And also Steam was down, and while I'm talking about video games, do not forget for free that you can claim between the 5th and the 12th of August. That would be starting tomorrow. That would be a PC game called Plague Tale: Innocence, and that is available again for free on the Epic Gaming platform. You have to download the Epic launcher, you create an Epic Gaming account. They are the people that do the Fortnite, among other games. And let's see, what else do we got? So for Bella and I, hopefully soon, this show, the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, every weekday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right after the Ramsey Show YouTube video ends. And I will usually start a live stream just for chatting if the Ramsey Show mod has not posted that day's show by 10 a.m. Eastern Time, as was the case 5 times in the past 3 weeks. And while I have the notes up, how about the Ohio fact of the day. Dresden, Ohio is the home of the world's largest basket. It is located at Basket Village, USA, and it is in fact an office building, and it used to be the home of Longaberger, which is a basket making company, and I don't know if they went out of business or they just like sold off assets and they're still being like made by some subsidiary or something like that. But I think it's a situation where after the founder died, after the older people that were running it, I believe the kids kind of messed it up, I believe, is what I've heard. My mother-in-law was worked there. She was a basket. She sold baskets, kind of like Avon selling them, but it was. I don't think it was a deal where you get somebody else to sell and you get the thing like that. You get, proceeds from that by recruiting other people to sell them. But she was a quality checker there at the location, and also sold them as well. And so I'm no stranger to those. Alrighty, let's see what else we got here. Oh, hey, let's check in the chat. We haven't done that in a while. Let's see what is going on. Let's see if anybody got those movies that I asked about. Boom, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. The yes was an answer to another question. I don't know. Cindy doesn't do social media in general, but in specific, she does. R / is for boards. U / is for users. That's right. That's on the Reddit. We're giving the Reddit secrets away. The subreddit that all the meme stocks are on is called Wall Street Bets, if you're interested. And I don't know that they're as active as they were. They're certainly not making the news. AJ felt old the other day. He was trying to create a Reddit username and he couldn't do it. All right. You just here's what you do when you feel old, AJ. Just hang around older people and then you'll be fine. Then you'll be the kid. Also, he said, I assume you're talking about George. He assumed that James Child wanted us to know his bump music playlist on Spotify, Human Beings 91. So if y'all want to know where James gets his bump music, you can find it there thanks to Camel. All right. The mod had said that a third-party clearinghouse takes care of the bump music. So I don't know if that's changed or if Mr. Childs is getting it from those people, but it's still on the Spotify. Sid says, so is fiat currency what you use to buy Italian sports cars? Very nice, Sid. Sid says, wait, did you say Dresden? I did say Dresden, and that is, I want to say, about a 45 minutes or so from the, and I don't know which direction, maybe east from Columbus, something like that. AJ says that's what happens when you spend time making the world's largest basket. Yeah, they kind of probably went overboard with making a basket town USA or whatever. And yeah, very common to good businesses. Go with a picture of the basket on your own time. That's right. I don't have time to. Now see, if I had thought about it ahead of time, or if I consulted with people before the show and run down the stuff that I was going to talk about, somebody said, hey, you know, if you would have had a picture of the basket ready, I'm going to do it. Let's do that. How about that? Steve is Googling basket. Whoops. Building. It'll probably come right up. Basket building, Ohio. And there we are. There it is. That is the actual thing or drawing or drawing. That looks like a drawing there. This looks like the real thing. Yeah. So you can see the windows there, the little openings there. And so it said it won't become a hotel. So, yeah, somebody I think had already bought that a long time ago. Oh, that's fun. A fake picture of the vandalized basket. That's not, that didn't happen, I guess. That's interesting. Alrighty. So, I mean, very pretty there. I mean, it's very nice, but again, they probably that whole area was probably like a basket town. There it is at night. Fun times. All right. And what's some of you people in the chat's favorite basket stories? Yep, time for our new segment. Steve Googled that. That's right. That's right, Sid. Dresden, Germany was the site of a borderline war crime committed by the Allies. All right. Well, I would say it's a good chance that's where we got the name, because we can't think of our own names for cities. We have to get them from Europe. AJ thinks that's neat, but he's got to run. He's got to bounce anyway. Thanks for dropping by, AJ. You attend to your grub. I bet that's what you're going to do. Alrighty, let's see what else. People flock to these U.S. metros during COVID-19. Hey, here's where you get to guess in the chat. And I'll assign point values, and they mean nothing, of course, just like whose line is it anyway? What movie did I ask for next? The Government Do Take a Bite is from Raising Arizona. All right, let's see. Do they have a list? They do not have a list. All right, we have to. Oh wait, do they? Nope. Okay, we have to pick it out from the thing. Yahoo Finance needs to take a lesson from CNBC. Let's see. Making these three cities the hottest cities in U.S. last year: Riverside, San Bernardino, Ontario, California; Lakeland, Winter Haven, Florida; and Myrtle Beach, Conway, North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, North Carolina were the top metros for the most inbound residents, according to CoreLogic's 2020's hottest cities for home buyers report. Did any of you guys have those? I wouldn't have thought any of that. I maybe would have thought somewhere but, well, no, I actually wouldn't have thought California at all, because everybody supposedly was leaving there. But I guess, those houses were being vacated, so I'm sure some people bought some of those where people left. Not so surprisingly, New York, Newark, Jersey City, Los Angeles, Long Beach, Anaheim, in the Cali, San Francisco, Oakland, Berkeley were the top three metros with the most outbound residents, including Joy. We are seeing a reshuffling, although I don't know that counts for Joy because you just moved. Yeah, it does. Because you didn't move to within that metro, that same metro. So yeah, we are seeing a reshuffling, said Frank Nothaft. That's an interesting name. Chief economist at CoreLogic. People are moving to areas of lower population and lower cost of living, which that seems smart. And I think that was all the information that we wanted from the title there. What about Texas? Affordability was top of the mind. 10 out of the top 15 in-migration metro areas were in states that do not have income taxes: Florida, Nevada, and Texas. Meanwhile, the coastal cities located in high-tax, pricey states were on the out-migration list: Seattle, Boston, Chicago, San Diego, and Portland, Oregon. All known for high home prices and population density. Your density has popped me to you. What movie? We're also on the out-migration list. Boom, 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 boom. Cindy says no. You gotta give me more context than just no, because if it's something I said 3 seconds before I started looking at the thing, I won't remember. So, just to tell you. And lastly, let's see, today we have and I have a backlog of stories, yes, by field reporter Sydney. I apologize, Sydney. I appreciate them, and I will get to them. We'll have a Sydney catch-up time tomorrow. And you can finally buy the plumbing-free countertop dishwasher we've been waiting for. We have been waiting for this. And this was the Hope you've seen the finale to 30 Rock, because I'm going to ruin it for you right now in 3, 2, 1. All right. What's his name? Alec Baldwin's character is leaving. He's going to go like on a sabbatical and go find himself or whatever. He's gone 2 seconds. He drives away in a boat and he turns around and says, I got it. And he talks to Tina Fey and says, I know what we need to do. Clear dishwashers so you can see what's going on in there. So, and this is what this looks like. There you go. 3 liters of water. You put in 3 full place settings. You put the lid on top of it. That doesn't leak at all. And it's completely self-contained. Look at it. That looks yucky water. But yeah, look how clean it is. Again, let's see it again. Hopefully this isn't something that I will get copyright. I did get copyright claimed on Right Here, Right Now, the song that I did the other day. But it's like, it's not a strike, so, and it doesn't affect anything because I'm not monetized, so I think it's fine to leave it. I muted the last one, which was Land of Confusion by Genesis. That happened like that, and but I'm just going to leave it and see what happens. All you really have to do is clear space on a flat surface like a countertop or table and plug the dishwasher in. But minimal installation requirements aren't the Tetra's only appeal. To heat the water in its reservoir, the dishwasher uses HeatWorks' innovative ohmic array technology. Instead of passing current through a submerged heating element that then inefficiently transfers heat energy to the water, the Tetra works more like a microwave. Graphite electrodes pass a current directly through water to excite the minerals it contains, which nearly instantly increase the water's temperature. That's so fun. All right. So, but anyway, so that's why he came back to make that, because he worked for GE, which owns 30 Rock, a fellow Placer. So, which is where it gets the name from. All right. Faith bought her house for $43K in 2011 off the bank, and houses like mine in my area are selling for over $400K. Well, that is what we call a little bit of equity there, Faith. You did excellent with that. Cindy did not guess the city. She would have guessed RDU, which is Raleigh, Durham in the North Carolina. Boosted says that means it will corrode the electrodes and have buildup over time. Don't think I'll be buying one. All right. Boosted knows the science on a lot of this stuff. Alrighty. Well, I think we'll, unless the chat has something they want to talk about, I'll give my plugs again, and then we'll get out of here. And again, 7 p.m. Tonight, we will have board gaming with Stephen Glenn. I believe we are doing the NFL dice game again, but you get to see it has like graphics on there. And it goes a lot quicker since the computer does everything. Let's see, what did I want to say? Oh yes, again, I'm your host, Coach Steve Money, and I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach and a Ramsey preferred coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment at ramseycoach.com/Coach Steve Money. Or you can email me about a consultation or about any other question if you'd like a question answered by me on this show. If you can't make it live, but you watch it later, thank you so much for doing that. I know that there are people that do that. And so that's how you can get in touch with me if you can't make it here to the live show. CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can reach me on Instagram and Twitter. Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And I actually posted on there yesterday before I went live. Was that yesterday? Yeah, last night. Yes, that's right. I talked about the Washington football team. I'm a fan of theirs. Used to live in Virginia. And so I talked about their mid-training camp roster. You can also, I did that one already. You can donate at paypal.me/Coach Steve Money as well. Excuse me. And I will very much appreciate that. I will use every cent to make the channel better. Speaking of making the channel better, I got my got the same mic and the same camera, since I have had zero problems with those. They seem to be excellent. And so I have one to keep at work and keep at home, so I don't have to drag them back and forth and put wear and tear on the plugs, etc., etc. Alrighty. Well, doesn't look like the chat has anything. I will see you guys tomorrow. And if you aren't doing anything, in about 17 minutes, we'll be starting. And my friend Stephen Glenn and I, last time we also worked in a different game. Like it's, I think we're gonna call it the lyric game, where one of us just says the lyric without singing it, and the other person has to guess the song. And so we were doing that, like while we were also calling plays in the football game. So that's fun, and we talk about other stuff. And since we're old friends, it's really fun. So join us if you can, if you're not busy with your life and stuff. Would much appreciate it. Yeah. So here's where I say make smart financial decisions every day. And then I count to 10 or something like that. 1, 2, 3.